Good morning all of you. Today we are going to read class 7th Geography, chapter number 2, Composition of our planet, part 2. Now, in the last video we have read about the different layers which are present inside the Earth's surface. So what were those layers? Those were crust, mantle and core. So in this video we will read about what are the rocks and minerals and those who present inside the Earth's surface, especially crust. Now let us start with the rocks and minerals. Now how the rock is useful. First of all, let us know how the rock is used earlier and nowadays. So rocks are the integral part of the history of mankind, first being used as a tool for hunting and defense, etc., and nowadays building materials to construct the shelter, and many more things are used in the rocks. Now, so let us start with what is rock. So rocks are the natural masses of minerals that found on the crust of the earth. Means what? The rocks are the natural masses. What is the meaning of mass? That occupies space. So that masses of mineral that is found on earth, that they are known as rocks. And also the qualities of the rocks, they consist of one or more minerals, as well as rocks can be hard or soft, and it can be small as a grain or large as large building. And also rocks have the different color and size and texture. Here are some of the pictures that I have posted on the slide. There you can see some of the names of the rocks that we can find in our Earth's surface. So rocks is what? It is a natural masses of minerals. Now move to the next topic, that is the minerals. So mineral is what? Mineral is a inorganic substance that contains one or more element having the specific physical and chemical properties. What is inorganic substance? Inorganic substance means those substances which have no carbon or hydrogen. So that substance is inorganic substance. So likewise the minerals are what? They are the inorganic substance that contains one or more minerals. And what they have? They have the specific physical and chemical properties. Means they are not differ. They have some specific fixed physical and fixed chemical properties for the all minerals. And all minerals have the crystalline structure. What is the crystalline structure? Crystalline structure means a fixed geometric pattern. Now there is one more thing. It is written, minerals are some of the most beautiful substance on the earth because they are always arranged in orderly in a geometric pattern. Okay, so mineral is what? They are in the geometric patterns, means they have the fixed and definite shape in they are formed. Now can you tell me some of minerals that you use daily in your life? So here in the picture it is given lot of examples like sulfur, copper, silver, gold, cobalt, platinum, iron. There are a lot of minerals that are used in our daily life. So what is the use of those minerals? Minerals like iron that are used for constructing purposes like home and many more things. In your school, their desks and benches are made up of iron. And minerals like aluminium, this is used for what? Making the body of aeroplane. Why? Because aluminium is a light metal, and that is why it is used for construction of the aeroplane. Mineral like gold, you have seen in your home, your mother, your other people are wearing the jewelries made up of gold. And lead, like making batteries, you have used batteries that is in the our TV remote. So those things are made up of lead. And copper is also, it is used as a electric wire, coins, etc. So these are the minerals that we use in our daily life. There are many more examples that you can go through the book. Now let us read more about some minerals and rock. The study of mineral is known as mineralogy. What it is known as? Mineralogy. And rock containing a particular metallic mineral, large quantities, are called ores, like iron ore. So means that the mineral which is found in a bulk amount in a particular place, that place is known as ore, like iron ore that I had given the example. Now, based on the formation and appearance and the type of mineral constituting, there are three classes of rocks that found on the earth. The first is igneous rocks, the second one is metamorphic, and the last one is sedimentary rocks. Let me give you some of the hint. What are these rocks? Look at the first igneous rock. They form directly from the liquid rocks. What is liquid rock? That is molten rocks. Okay. Metamorphic rocks, they form by direct alteration of existing rocks. Whatever the rocks exist, they get altered. Altered means degraded. That is the metamorphic rock. And sedimentary rocks formed by the eroded material from the other rocks. Means whatever the rocks is present, they get eroded by the sedimentary rocks. They get eroded and they form as a sedimentary rocks. Now some more points it is given. Rocks categorized under each group exhibit a different color, hardness and density. So whatever the rock found on the earth's surface, they have the different color, they have the different hardness. Hardness, it means some rocks are more softer than the other one, and the density is some rocks having the lowest density, some rocks having the highest density. One more thing we have to know that about magma and lava. So what is magma? Magma is the molten rock that is present in the mantle. Why the rocks are in the molten form? What is molten? It is melted form. So why the rocks are molten in the molten form in the mantle? It is just because of the temperature that I have explained in the previous video. So because of the temperature, the rocks which is found in mantle, they all are in the molten form. So they are known as magma. But when a volcanic eruption occurs, this magma comes out through volcanic vent or fissure. So you have already read in class 6 volcano and eruption of the volcanic. So with the help of the volcanic vent, the magma comes out from the mantle to the earth's surface. So when it is inside of the earth's surface, it is known as magma, but when it comes outside of the surface of the earth, it becomes lava. So this is the two things that you have to understand before moving to the next topics. Clear to all? Now let us start with the igneous rock. So igneous rock is what? The term igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, which means fire. So igneous word means fire. It directly relatable to the temperature, heat that makes the rocks with the help of the temperature and fire. That rocks are formed, that is known as igneous rock. So how does it form? I had explained, when magma comes out through the vent and it gets cooled down and it solidifies, okay, then it becomes the igneous rock. Igneous rock are mostly found beneath the earth's surface, almost, not always, almost whenever the igneous rock is formed, it is beneath the earth's surface. These rocks are still taking new form due to the volcanic activity. Okay, what is the reason behind it? This, because on the earth there are many places where still volcanic eruptions are erupting, and because of that the new igneous rocks are forming always. And since they were the first to be formed, they are also referred as a primary rocks. Means that they are the first to be formed. Means these rocks are first formed. Yeah, they appeared as the first rock. That is why they are also known as primary rocks. Now look at the features of the igneous rock. They are generally crystalline in structure, and they are hard and compact. Crystalline structure, crystals having the fixed geometric pattern, and they are hard and compact. Okay, and being hard and compact, they stop water from percolating through them, means passing through them, and they do not form layers. Means igneous rocks do not form layers. And the next other rocks we will read that they form the layers. How they form, we'll read. And they hardly contain any fossil. Means that is very fewer chances having the fossils in the igneous rock, because it comes directly from the magma. It forms because of the magma. Now let us see the categorization of the igneous rock. So on the basis of the origin, igneous rock may be classified into two, that is extrusive or volcanic rock, and the another one is intrusive or the plutonic rocks. Now let us see what is extrusive rock. So when lava comes outside of the earth's surface and it gets exposed to air, so it cools rapidly. As a result of a quick or rapid cooling, extrusive igneous rocks will have the small crystal or no crystal at all. So let's see the extrusive rock. The extrusive rocks are what? When the lava comes out of the earth's surface and when it comes in contact with the outer atmosphere, means the atmosphere which is present on the surface of the earth, it gets cooled rapidly. Means the cooling procedure is become high, and because of the cooling procedure, the extrusive igneous rocks have the small crystal, or sometimes it has no crystal at all. The examples are basalt and pumice. Intrusive rocks are just opposite of it. Those rocks means when lava remains below the surface of the earth. It does not comes out of the surface of the earth and it cools. Okay, when lava comes in the atmosphere, the surface of the earth, it's cooled fastly. But when it is inside the earth's surface, it cools very slowly. Being as a result of slow cooling and solidifying, larger crystals or coarse grained crystalline rocks are formed. Means that they are they are cooling very slow, and it solidifying is also very slow, and because of that they form the larger crystal rocks. Examples are granite and dolerite. So did you able to understand? The igneous rock is divided into two, that is extrusive and intrusive. Extrusive rocks are what? When the lava comes out of the surface, magma basically comes out of the surface and it cools and solidifies rapidly. It solidifies very fast, and because of that they do not form crystal or very small crystal. And intrusive rocks, the magma which solidify inside the earth's surface, below the earth's surface, and it forms the larger crystal. See, there is a picture of some of the example, that is the basalt and pumice, and intrusive igneous rock, that is granite and dolerite. Now move to the sedimentary rock, that is the another rock. In Latin, the term sedentum means settling down, means to settle down, to fix at a place. So let's see what is other in the sedimentary rock. When rocks are constantly exposed to erosion and weathering and deposited in a dispersion underwater. Okay. Whatever the rock is present and it get eroded or weathered, means the erosion processes happen, due to that the eroded material get move. Okay, and after moving it get stop somewhere and start settling down over there. So it started forming the layer and layer. So this constitutes the sedimentary rock. This makes the sedimentary rock. Let's see. Over a period of time, these deposited minerals or sediments are continuously accumulated layer get compressed and hardened with the aid of the cementing material. Okay, so now what is cementing material? That help them to fixed in the layers, that is the cementing material. So whatever the sediments that comes from the any of the rocks with the help of the weathering and erosion procedure, that started settling down by layer. Okay, so let us see the feature of the sedimentary rock. Because of it, they belongs to the secondary groups of rock. So we have read in the igneous rock, they were known as the primary group of rocks, but sedimentary rocks are known as the secondary group of rocks because they form from somewhere. Sedimentary rocks are formed on or near the earth's surface. First thing is that sedimentary rocks on or near earth's surface, it's just below the earth's surface or on the surface of the earth. They are soft as compared to the igneous rock. If we go for the comparison, it is more softer than the igneous rock. And the structure is non-crystalline, means the sedimentary rocks which are formed, it is non-crystalline. They do not have the fixed geometric pattern. It contains fossil in between the layers of the sediments. Okay, how these fossils are in the sediment rocks, we'll read in the next page. Okay, now let us recall all those things. The sedimentary word is come from sedimentum, that is the Latin word, and it means the settling down. Okay, how the sedimentary rocks are formed? They just get eroded by the weathering procedure, wind, air, water, whatever it is there. They erode all those rocks and started making it layer by layer, and then it forms the sedimentary rock. And feature we have read that they are from the secondary group. They form near the earth's surface or on the surface, and they are the soft as compared to igneous rock. They do not having the crystalline structure. Now, on the basis of the formation of the sedimentary rocks are generally classified into three types. Let us see what are those three types. First one is mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. What is mechanically formed sedimentary rocks? When sedimentary rocks build up tiny pieces of broken rocks, these rocks deposited in a layered form, they are known as mechanically formed or sedimentary rocks. So what is this? Like when largest sediment particles such as sand and pebbles, they initially get deposited, and finer sediments such as clay, silt, they later get deposited. So they form a layer basically. So they known as the stratified rocks, and these rocks are mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Means that the layered one is known as mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Examples are like sandstone, shale, conglomerate, etc. These are the example of mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Now move to the next one is chemically deposited sedimentary rocks. How this chemically deposited sedimentary rocks are formed? When rocks are formed from the deposition of chemicals, they are known as chemically deposited sedimentary rocks. Like chemical sediments are formed by the chemical reaction in seawater basically, because of the evaporation in the shallow basin, which resulted in evaporation of water and settling down of the chemical sediments such as rock salt. So rock salt is what? It just formed by the evaporation procedure. Means that whatever the minerals is present in the seawater or others, they get evaporated, and rest of the part it becomes started settling down of the basin areas. Okay, and these minerals are known as the chemically deposited sedimentary rocks. So you who know the very well this rock salt that we use, the table salt basically that we use in our home, that is the chemically deposited sedimentary rocks. This is a good example that we can see in our daily life. Now next one is organically formed sedimentary rocks. What is organically formed sedimentary rocks? So this is the thing that we have discussed in the last slide. When the skeleton remains of the sea organism and decayed plant are trapped in the sediment and deposited on the seafloor over the years, these remains become the organically formed sediment rocks. Means like that I had explained, the sediments are forming by the layer by layer. Sometimes dead plants or the body of any of the animals that comes between the two layers of the sediments. So that is become the organically formed sedimentary rocks. So what they produces, like limestone, coal, etc. These are the example of it. So this is the things. The sedimentary rocks are categorized into three. That is the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Example is sandstone, shale, and rest of the things. Chemically deposited sedimentary rocks. Example is rock, salt, and gypsum. And organically formed sedimentary rocks, that is the limestone and coal. So this is the thing. Now move to the next, that is the metamorphic rock. So what is metamorphic rock? From which word it has come? The term metamorphic is derived from the Greek word metamorphosis, which means change of form. Means when there is a change in any of the things, it becomes metamorphic. So this word has come from the Greek word. So how the metamorphic rocks are formed? Let us see. When existing igneous or sedimentary rocks change their chemical and physical due to intense heat and pressure. Okay. Heat and pressure. So from where they get the heat? From the mantle and core. And pressure from the same. When there is heat, they get the pressure too. So because of it, the sedimentary rocks are, or igneous rock, they change their they change their form. Means the sedimentary rocks or igneous rock, whatever it is there, whenever the temperature and the pressure will be there on those rocks, they will change their form and it convert into the metamorphic rock. So due to effect of heat and pressure, they often banded or layered. So because of heat and pressure, it also formed in the layered, means in a layered form, like the sedimentary. So we cannot say that sedimentary and metamorphic are same, but it is also in the layered form. Let us see the features of the metamorphic. These rocks are also belong to the secondary group, as they form from the existing igneous and sedimentary rocks. Means they also form from some another rock, like sedimentary is also formed from some another rock. Likewise, metamorphic rocks is also formed from some another rock. So that is why metamorphic and sedimentary as well, they are known as the secondary rocks. Now the metamorphic rocks found deep in the earth crust. Okay, the metamorphic rocks come found in the deep earth crust. How? Because the heat and pressure comes from the mantle and core. So because of that, these rocks are found in the deep in the earth crust. Okay, sometimes it is also found outside of the earth surface also, like mountains and all, when the volcanic eruption occurs and this has formed. And metamorphic rocks are the most of the hardest of all the rocks. Okay, this is the rocks that is more harder than the other igneous or sedimentary rocks. They have almost no pores and they do not allow water to percolate through them. Okay, they are so compact, they are so hard that they do not allow water to percolate through them. Means they do not allow to pass the water from it. They are so hard, and they do not contain fossil fuel. Okay, this is the most. This is also, they do not contain fossil fuel. Okay, in the last sedimentary and igneous rocks, we have studied that igneous rock contains very limited fossil fuel, or very limited, basically hardly they found in that igneous rocks we found the fossil. And sedimentary rocks, yes, we found as fossils, but in the metamorphic rock they do not contain any kind of the fossil. So let us see the metamorphic rocks once again. So metamorphic is a Greek word that is come from the Greek word metamorphosis, which means change of form, means one thing change into the another. And how they form? When igneous and sedimentary rocks get changed by chemically or physically, because of what? Heat and pressure. So they are converted into metamorphic rock, and because of the heat and pressure, they formed in the layer form. And also they are from the secondary group because they form from the igneous and sedimentary rocks. And it is found deep in the earth crust, and they are the hardest of all of the rocks, whatever the rock we have read, the sedimentary or the igneous and metamorphic. So metamorphic rock is more harder than the other, and it do not allow water to percolate through it because it is very hard and compact. And last, that is, it do not contain any kind of the fossil. Now this is the most important thing that we have to discuss, that is the rock cycle. Okay, look at this. Let us start with the magma. Magma, when it comes out of the surface, from the earth surface, inside from the earth, it forms the igneous rock. Okay, from the weathering and other procedures, it converted it into the sediment. Okay, and when sediment get compact and cemented, it forms the sedimentary rocks. And when we put heat and pressure on the sedimentary rock, it converted into metamorphic rock. Okay, go to the igneous rock also. When we put heat and pressure to the igneous rock, it also converted into the metamorphic rock. Like both rocks can be converted into metamorphic rock because of the heat and pressure. Okay, so I told you that metamorphic rock is found inside, deep inside the earth. So whenever the magma will come out, it broke all those things and it comes out through the volcanic eruption, and it becomes the magma. And when magma comes out, when it cools, it becomes the igneous rock. So this is what? This is the rock cycle that help to make this cycle possible. Means whatever the rocks which is present on the earth surface, it is just revolving, it is just rotating and changing into one into another. So look at this point that is mentioned. The melted rock or magma is sent to the earth's surface by volcano. So volcano is helped to take out all the magma, and when it cools, it forms the igneous rock. This is very easy. The another one is the weathering procedure, like river, water, air. It started breaking the rocks into small pieces of sediment. Okay, as sediment build up and hardens over years, a sedimentary rock is formed. So these sediments started settling down layered by layer, and it becomes the sedimentary rock. Okay, slowly this sediment rock will get covered with other rocks and end up deep in the earth crust. Okay, when layers get deposited, it goes down in the earth crust. Again, when pressure and heat get high enough, the sedimentary rock, it converted into the metamorphic rock. The cycle will start over and over again. So this is the procedure that makes the rocks to rotate. And the last thing is that they do not follow the specific cycle. It does not mean that always it is been following this rock cycle pattern. They may change from one type to another. It means that this cycle is not fixed, but almost they follow this path. This is the rock cycle. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. Now, uses of the rocks and minerals. Okay, rocks and minerals are all around us. Okay, they help us to develop new technology and use in our everyday life. So rocks and minerals we are using all those things in our daily life, that I had explained, that many of the minerals that we are using, gold, silver, aluminum, salt, there are so many things that we are using in our daily life. Rocks as well, we are using so many rocks, different rocks in construction our building and homes and apartments. And other things, our uses of rock and minerals include building material, cosmetic, roads, cars, appliances. So minerals are also using for constructing road, car, appliances, material. There are so many things that is used to construct all those things with the help of the rock and minerals. In order to maintain the healthy lifestyle and strengthen the body, humans need to consume the minerals daily. So there are a lot of minerals that we consume to make our life healthy, that we need to consume the minerals. Minerals like natural gas, coal, petroleum or fossil fuel are the sources of power. So these are the things that we use in our daily life, like petroleum, fossil fuel, gas, coal, for the source of the power. Means like if we want to run our vehicle, we need petroleum products. If we cook something, so that we need natural gases. Okay, so these LPG and all. So these are the things that is the example of minerals that we use in our daily life. So this is the thing. The last thing is that the branch of geography that deals with the origin and structure of rock, that is called the petrology. So this is the branch that help us to know about the origin and structure of the rock. So I hope the chapter might be you are able to understand, or I hope you go through the book, through all these slides. Okay, thank you student. We'll go for the next chapter in the next video. Thank you.